In this lesson, we are going to classify and evaluate polynomials. The word polynomial means many terms. The degree of the polynomial is the largest exponent that is present. The leading coefficient is the number in front when the polynomial is written in standard form. The constant term is the number without the variable. Standard form is written from the largest exponent term to the smallest or constant. So as we practice, the first thing we have is this polynomial, 3x squared minus 2x cubed plus 4x. We want to write this in standard form. So we'll find the largest exponent term, and then the next largest exponent term, down to the smallest exponent term. When it is written in standard form, the leading coefficient is the number that is in the front of the entire thing, and the degree is the largest exponent that we see, which is to the third degree. So let us make a chart of how we classify polynomials by degree. A 0-degree polynomial is called a constant. And an example would simply be any number without a variable. The first degree is linear, and one of the most popular ones that we have for linear would be y equals mx plus b. So I'll just put an example of 3x plus 5, where it is the x is to the first power. Second degree, what we finished reviewing, is a quadratic, and that would be to the second power. So an example might be 2x squared plus 4x minus 7. Third degree, think of length, width, and height, which would be cubic function. And so that's to the third power, might be like 5x cubed. And notice I'm just going to stop there, but you could add on other terms as well. But as long as it's to the third power, then that is a cubic function. Fourth degree is quartic. Think of 4 quarters in a dollar. So I might do x to the 4th plus 8, as long as it's to the 4th power. And if it's a 5th degree or higher, we name it by its degree. So example, this would be a 5th, x to the 5th. Okay, so moving on, we also want to classify by the number of terms that we have in a polynomial. So if it's one term, remember that that's a monomial. 2x, a single term, and the term is joined by multiplication or division. We have separate terms if it is addition or subtraction. 2 terms is a binomial, like 3x plus 7. 3 terms is a trinomial, like 7x squared minus 5x plus 6. And then we'll just go 4 terms or higher. We'll call it a polynomial, which means many terms. So that might be something like 8x to the 4th minus 3x plus cubed plus 2x squared minus 7x. There are 4 terms there. The next thing we need to talk about is whether a polynomial is a function or not. If it is, we'll write that it is a function and we'll put it in standard form and state its degree, classify the degree by the number of terms and the degree, and state the leading coefficient. It is a polynomial if it has whole number exponents. It is not a polynomial if it has variable exponents, fraction exponents, or negative exponents. So this would not be a polynomial because it has a negative exponent. In the next example, it is a polynomial, and we will put it in order, starting with our x to the 4th, and then our negative 0.8x cubed minus 5. This would be to the 4th degree. It is a trinomial because it has 3 terms, and the leading coefficient is 1, the number in front of the x to the 4th. All right, next question. Negative x, the square root of 5, x to the 4th, 2x squared minus 7. Yes, this is a polynomial. The first term would be the x to the 4th term, so we'll have square root of 5, x to the 4th. Then we have 2x squared minus x minus 7. Again, this one is to the 4th degree. It is a polynomial since it has 4 terms. And the leading coefficient is the square root of 5. And classifying by the degree would be 4th degree. So what is the value of this particular polynomial? This is substitution. So what we want to do is substitute the negative 1 in for the x and find our solution. So we have negative 5, negative 1 to the 4th power, minus 2, negative 1 to the 3rd power, minus 7, negative 1 to the 2nd power, plus 2 times negative 1 minus 3. Okay, so when we're working on this one, any number to an even power is positive, so that would be a positive 1, and positive 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. Any negative value to the odd power will be negative, so negative 1 times negative 2 would be positive 2. Negative 1 squared is positive 1 times negative 7 would be negative 7. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 minus 3. So negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. Negative 3 and negative 7 are negative 10. Negative 10 and negative 2 is negative 12. Negative 12 and negative 3 is negative 15. This is our polynomial classification as well as vocabulary and substitution.